All right. Okay, it's right now 3 p.m. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, to another live stream of a week series called the Enterprise Blockchain Week, organized by Blockline and its partners. We're very happy, okay, to have you back with us again today, because today is considered like part two of the Alibaba Group. Okay, yesterday we talked about AntChain. The first day we talked about Quorum. Okay, yesterday we talked about AntChain. Today we're going to talk about Alicloud's BaaS. We're going to hear from the Alicloud team. Very quickly, just to introduce ourselves again, okay, and what this is all about. Over the next 7 days, we're going to talk about different kinds of blockchain technologies for the enterprise sector. We still have 5 more days to go. Okay, so today is the third, okay, out of 7 days. So after this, we still have 4 more sessions to go, but I'm really excited for this one. The Enterprise Blockchain Week is brought to you by 5 different partners. The first one being Blockline. They are a blockchain development and training company based out here in Malaysia. What I really like about this company is that it's a very young team. Second thing is that they have trained over 1,000 blockchain developers in the last 3 years, which is quite a rare feat for a Malaysian company. The second partner that we have is Technology for Penang. This is a community group that supports startup entrepreneurs in the tech sector and the tech startup sector. So our friend, okay, up in the north, his name is Kariku. He is also supporting us with this event. Thank you so much, okay, for your support. We have another partner called iTrain. They offer a wide range of training services, both okay in technical skills, soft skills, a huge range, okay, and also in the technology sector as well. We're also supported by Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia. They are the association that I believe are the reason why our government, okay, is open to this technology, as opposed to I remember that 3 years ago there was a time when it was a lot of people were very scared and they were unfamiliar with the technology, and the government could have back then, I remember, easily just did a ban, okay, but they did not. And I think that Access Blockchain Association is part of the reason why. So kudos, thank you so much, okay, for your support. And last but not least, you have yours truly, Bitcoin Malaysia. Combined, our mission is to help 50,000 more Malaysians to enter the blockchain industry by providing a safe, neutral, and easy environment for people, okay, more Malaysians to understand what this technology is about, to help people to know what is the difference between real, what's fake, what's legit, what is not legit, okay, so that they can actually, avoid scams, and they can focus their precious time, okay, in capturing real opportunities. And there really is a lot of opportunity, and we're going to share a lot of that, okay, in the course of today. Our mission is also to help more Malaysians to find remote work and alternative income in the industry. So this is the blockchain industry is a very interesting industry because it's tech related, and a lot of the companies in the blockchain sector, their teams are globally. They operate globally. So it's very common to have remote teams, okay, working from home. And especially at this time, okay, when we are in this very unique period, okay, of so much uncertainty, the blockchain industry has a lot to offer, okay. And I'm going to share, okay, with you something that I picked up today as well. Last but not least, okay, by helping educate more people about blockchain, and we then become, a very attractive place in Southeast Asia to attract well-funded, reputable brands and blockchain companies to seek, okay, users, to seek fans, to seek champions, and give us jobs. And jobs is like really, really, really the thing here, okay? Why we are doing this? The blockchain, okay, industry is probably one of the areas which is right now growing, and there's still so much room for you. So this is something that I picked up just today on Cointelegraph. Okay, they were talking, okay, about a study that was recently shown that universities, okay, are also piloting, okay, their education and putting a focus on this very, very obscure topic. I think that a lot of people, when you hear about blockchain, they associate it with Bitcoin, and they think that it's entirely the same. Well, what I do, okay, in Bitcoin Malaysia is I help people understand what are the differences, okay, between cryptocurrencies and blockchain. And so blockchain, a term once only familiar to people in the cryptocurrency space, is becoming one of the most in-demand business skills of 2020. If you had attended in the last few days, we shared, okay, an article that was a survey that was done by LinkedIn that showed that the blockchain is like the #1 top in-demand skill for the year. And as COVID-19, okay, continues to impact, okay, the job security and unemployment rate, I think the United States, okay, is seeing record numbers, and the alarming thing, okay, I think right now this is a old figure. I think it's already hit 30 million people has filed for unemployment benefits in the United States. And what is also worrying, okay, is that we are also getting desensitized. We're already coming into the 40th day, I think, of this global pandemic, and these numbers, okay, we're starting to get desensitized, okay, from these numbers, but we shouldn't be, okay. These are very, very serious events that are happening, okay, right now. Whereas, okay, blockchain related jobs have been increasing, so it is worthwhile, okay, for you, okay, to listen in, to learn as much as possible. So here's what we hope, okay, that you will get, okay, over the next uh, including today, 5 days, okay, that we have together. We hope that you will take away, #1, really strong blockchain fundamentals. You will know what is a blockchain. You will know when to use a blockchain, when not to use a blockchain, so that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're using blockchain just because it's a buzzword, just because everybody is doing it. The third thing, okay, you will have very clear clarity on what are the differences of the different kinds of blockchains that are being implemented. Because over the next 7 days, in these 7 days, okay, we talk, okay, a lot, okay, about we've introduced, okay, Ethereum, we introduced Quorum, and we want to show you as many blockchains as possible so you can actually understand the differences and what are the use cases, okay, for private permission blockchains. And last but not least, once you have gained this knowledge, where do you begin? Where do you start? Okay, and how can you initiate or propose a pilot experiment for your industry, for your company, for your department? So today, okay, do stay until the end, okay, for instructions on how to receive, okay, a very special token, okay, at the end of this session. So after every single session of these 7 days, instead of giving a traditional certificate of attendance, we have decided to do something really, really exciting and something really different, which is to give you a token where you can actually deposit into your digital asset wallet. And what this token basically is, it is issued, okay, as a form of proof of your attendance, okay, for today. So when you receive this token, okay, it basically says that you have attended the introduction to Alicloud BaaS on this particular day with a timestamp, and it's recorded on the Ethereum blockchain. And you can, you can show to people, okay, that this is actually what you have already covered this topic for today. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, okay, questions like actually what to expect. So I prepared a little bit of visuals, okay, to help guide, okay, those who still are a little bit blur. What happens is that at the end of the day, okay, we will show you how to get your token. We will invite you to fill in a feedback form first. And once we receive the feedback form and we have a cutoff date, right, we will then send you a link where when you go to the link, that's where you can actually claim your token, your proof of attendance token. And what you will need, okay, is a Ethereum wallet where you will put in your Ethereum wallet address, okay, into the the space here, and then claim your badge. And once you do that, okay, the transaction request is already sent to the blockchain. Okay, and after a while, you would see it arrive, okay, in your wallet. Okay, you will see it arrive in your wallet. If you actually access your wallet, open your wallet, you will see this screen, and then on the top right, okay, you will see collectibles. And if you go into collectibles, okay, you will see proof of attendance protocol, POAP, right? And then you will find it here once you have received it. Now, I also have been, some of you have received your tokens already, congratulations, but some of you have not, okay? So this is what it looks like, okay, when you actually click, okay, I have attended this. This is to certify that the holder has attended this, at this particular day, all right? So some of you have been texting me and said that, you know, Jason, we haven't received our token yet, all right? Shouldn't it be instant, okay? Shouldn't it be fast? And the answer is yes, it should be instant, it should be fast. However, okay, I have went and do some a little bit of research, and to find out why, I went to talk to the team behind, okay, who actually created this tool that allows people to go and create these attendance tokens and find out actually what's going on, right? And if you have not received your token, okay, the first thing I say, don't worry, because your transaction request already has gone in, it's on the way. But here's why you haven't received your token yet. And I think that this will be a very interesting case study, okay, to also why private permission blockchains that we have already introduced in the last 2 days is also important, okay? So the first reason, okay, so if you go to Twitter, okay, and you look for Frank Topbottom, he recently showed us a little bit of insight of what's happening behind the Ethereum blockchain. And one of the things that he shared, okay, is that of the that currently in the Ethereum network, okay, about like first and foremost, you need to understand, okay, that the Ethereum network is like a world computer. It's like a decentralized world computer that is shared, okay, by thousands and thousands and thousands of people who want to run computer code called smart contracts on the network, right? And in order to do that, okay, they would need to, that's why they have the cryptocurrency called Ether. They will need to pay the transaction fees, what we call gas fees, in order to execute the contracts. And according to this Twitter thread, about 8.5% of the daily gas is currently being used by just one address. So somebody in the world is using the Ethereum, is hogging up, okay, all the computing power of what the Ethereum network can do. So and then they went on, okay, to say, okay, we want to investigate, okay, what's going on, okay, we got this information, we got this data, what's actually happening. And they realize, okay, that it's coming from a Ponzi, okay, there is a lot of activity happening, okay, a lot of smart contracts being used, okay, by a Ponzi scheme that is, I think, coming up from Russia and started since 2018 and 2019, and they are congesting the network. And but one of the beautiful things also, okay, about being a public and open blockchain is that these things, okay, happen in the open, okay? You can actually see those transactions, and the fact that Frank Topbottom, okay, is on it, okay, means that it is something that can be brought to light. So Frank Bottom says, okay, I really wish that a competent lawyer, okay, can actually give a comment on this, and how can we actually help with the problem. So that is the beautiful thing, okay, about an open public blockchain. So here's a few takeaways, okay, that's important for you to know, okay, for the beginner. Number one, Ethereum is like a world computer, okay? It's like everybody is having one big PC, okay, to run our computer code, right? And this PC, because of the way that Ethereum is designed, is an open public blockchain, and it's the consensus, the current network is similar to Bitcoin. It runs on proof of work. People are staking electricity. The amount of transactions that it can handle a day is only about 1 million. Okay, and what happens, okay, is that those who pay higher gas fees, okay, will have their transactions processed first. And so therefore, those, okay, people who have a higher incentive, let's say, for example, who want to see their transactions push more, would likely have the higher incentive to do that. And currently, it is the decentralized finance space within Ethereum network is the decentralized finance space, which is pushing most of these requests. Okay, but the second one is also illicit activities. People who are running illicit activities would also have a higher incentive to basically get their transactions through, and that is part of the why they're congesting the network. So the network is currently congested, and this is another reason why you should not, okay, buy into any more Ponzi's, because not only does it harm people, it actually it creates a bad perception for the crypto space, and it also does these kinds of it creates these kind of problems for the ecosystem, right? So don't worry, your tokens are currently in queue. It's just that when these proof of attendance tokens are minted, okay, there is a gas fee, and the gas fee is currently absorbed by the people, okay, who are actually running this project, the proof of attendance protocol. I believe that they told me that the gas fee is roughly about they have set the limit, okay, to about like 40 US cents per token. So when you claim a token, it actually costs them 40 US cents in terms of gas fees. But what's that? When someone, okay, actually puts a higher gas fee, okay, then the how do I say, that transaction takes precedence. You get what I mean? So your tokens are currently on the way. It's the moment, okay, that you see, okay, the previous screen. Once you see, okay, that your that is already in process and is pending, okay, that's it. You can go to sleep already. Okay, it's just a matter of time before it actually arrives into your wallet. All right. So don't worry, your tokens are currently in queue. It's on its way. All right. So for those, okay, who have not claimed your day 2 proof of attendance, okay, token, you have until 6 p.m. today to fill in the feedback form. And then what we'll do is that we'll do a cutoff, and then we would make sure that everybody, okay, who has given the fill up the feedback form before the cutoff time will get, okay, their custom links so that they can claim their proof of attendance token. All right. All right. Today we have 2 special guests with us to share with us, okay, about to continue the conversation, okay, of what Alibaba Group is doing as a whole. And we have Sylvester Lee, who is a Alibaba Cloud MVP. He's also the CEO and founder of Verificer. And we have Yilan Zhuang from Alibaba Cloud Intelligence. She's the online business manager there. Hi, Sylvester. Hi, Yilan. Are you there? Can you say hi? Can you unmute yourself and say hi?
Hey, hi guys. I think Yilan dropped off a little bit. I think you need to pull her back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wait, just a second. Hi, Yilan.
Hi.
Okay. So the what's that? So today they are going to be sharing with us, okay, Alibaba Cloud, okay, blockchain as a service, okay. Uh, 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 what are you going to share with us today, okay, Sylvester? Are you ready?
Okay. Maybe I share my screen first.
Yep, sure.
Let's see. Can I see that? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi everyone. Maybe I just introduce again about myself. I'm the CEO and founder of Verificer. This is one of my blockchain consultancy company in Malaysia. We basically provide a blockchain application development service and also consultation service to company, okay, who actually wants to adopt blockchain technology or apply blockchain technology into their business. And then I'm also the CTO of Snacksmart. This is one of my company in Sichuan, Chengdu. This is a snack supplier in Sichuan province, one of the provinces in China. So we actually help them to build the supply chain management system, which also adopting blockchain, AI, and big data, okay, to actually help and improve the efficiency of their procurement process. Then I'm also a blockchain advisor for Homebloc.io. This is one of the STO platform which is yet to launch, which is operating in New York. And also I'm the software mentor for European Innovation Academy. So occasionally I will go to some university to give talk, to share about how blockchain works, how to develop smart contract, explain to the student, how to get them on board on the blockchain development work. And lastly, I'm the Alibaba Cloud MVP, and thanks for Alibaba Cloud to invite me to become the MVP to share the cloud technology and also blockchain technology to the Alibaba Cloud community. Okay, so today's topic is more emphasizing on the supply chain part, because I believe you guys actually had attended the sessions for yesterday one, which is the N-chain part. So N-chain is a product, one of the product in Alibaba Cloud blockchain as a service. I would like to call it BaaS instead of pronouncing it a blockchain as a service or BaaS. I think it's too difficult to pronounce it. So moving on from now, I'll just talk about. I will just call it BaaS, all right, blockchain as a service. So let's begin. For some of the audience here probably have not heard about what is blockchain. So let me give you guys a little bit quick introductions about blockchain. Yeah. So you can treat blockchain is like a database, and this database is actually distributed to every one of you, and everyone can actually see and govern and then contribute data, okay, into this database. And because of this nature, and everyone holds a copy of the database on your side, and if someone tries to actually tamper the data, he has to actually tamper at least 51% or majority of the database in order to get the data being tweaked. All right. So it will be very difficult and very challenging to get this done. Okay. So that's why everyone is so trust. They trust blockchain system, and because of this reason. All right. So these sessions I would like to share, when I'm providing consultation service to my customer, what are their market pain points that they are facing right now, and how we actually can provide solutions to them. So one of the market pain point is that counterfeit products. In China, there's quite a lot of replicate the replicate products available in China, and they are very difficult to differentiate that. Okay, so I'll talk about how we actually can solve this later using this blockchain technology. How we can actually pinpoint and find out which product is actually counterfeit product, which one is actually genuine product. All right. Then secondly, another market pain point that I heard, okay, from my customer is that they are not able to acquire precise customer information. When you sell your products to the market, okay, in order to capture who actually bought your product, what are the age group of the people bought your product, what are their income range, are they male or female, when did they actually bought your product, and which kind of product they actually purchase, Yeah, so they actually need to put much effort into tracing them. Okay, they probably also need to appoint some third-party company to do this kind of survey. All right, and this survey, is not very accurate. Okay, it's based on assumption most of the time. Okay, like for instance, like Toyota Recall, Toyota has the database of their customer, right? If you bought a Toyota car, all right. But if your car actually sold to somebody else, and that person information is never get updated into the Toyota database, so it actually lose track of that person. Okay, so we will explain to you like how this data be captured and get everyone to contribute their data updated into the blockchain network, and they have the precise information available, and they can trace it very accurately and precisely, and also quickly. Yeah. So the same concept can apply into the medicine, any kind of products, as long as they want that kind of solutions, right? Then this is the third market pain point that I heard from my customer, saying that, especially SME, small medium enterprise company, they have difficulty in fundraising. Okay, the most of the reason is that they are new. Okay, and there's no reputation, and they has no credit repayment historical data for reference. All right, and we do not know whether they have the capability to actually repay the loan or not. Okay, and sometimes there's also a possibility that this SME they just they are very desperate in getting fund, then they probably would try to forge the account, right, in order to get the loan. So we also can use blockchain to solve this kind of problem. I'll explain that how later. Yeah. Then now, this is the fourth pain point that I heard when I introduced blockchain to them, and the feedback that I get is they has no IT team. Okay, especially the traditional company, and then they are quite reluctant to invest into IT, right? Because IT doesn't bring immediate results. Okay, they can't see the benefits of it. I mean the instant benefit. Yeah. So they have to invest, and SME they already is shorting of fund. Then you ask them to actually invest into this IT, build blockchain solutions, then it's difficult. They are very reluctant in this. So these are the four major pain points that I got from the market. All right. Right. And why blockchain adoption is sorry. Yeah.
No. Go on.
Okay, I thought you said something. All right. So why blockchain adoption is slow? Firstly, it's the cost, right? Just like during the introduction, I mentioned like everyone has to own the database. So everyone have to set up their own blockchain node, all right? And setting up blockchain node means that you have to come out your own cost, okay, your own money, all right, to build that blockchain node. Okay, you have to pay for the server fee. You probably have to pay for like electricity and the bandwidth fee, yeah, things like that. So that's why, I mean, from the business standpoint of view, okay, if I have a partner, the partner says that they want to share some data with me in order to maybe improve some the process efficiency, and they are actually requesting us to set up a blockchain node. And my consideration will be I have to spend extra to actually build this thing, and in order to get this data, so I may consider like, is it worth to do that? All right, so that's the concern. Then secondly is the talent. Yeah, so blockchain is so new, so to me even right now I'm very difficult in hiring the right talents to build the blockchain solution for my client. So every day I have to go to the HR portal, I have to look for talent, sometimes I have to go to the university and give talk and then try to attract talent. Yeah. So this is a bit of troublesome. Okay. And then thirdly is the standardization issue. So everyone, I believe you guys heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, R3 Corda, Quorum, Hyperledger. There's so many blockchain protocol available in the market, and there's no standardizations. So, for instance, I have a customer A. He probably already built a blockchain solution using Ethereum, And then I go to customer B, and he says that he actually used EOS to build their solutions. And then when this customer A and B, they want to collaborate and share data, so it's difficult because this is not a standard blockchain protocol that both of them actually using or complying, right? So that's the problem. Then lastly is the incorporation. Okay, so in order to, I know you are only in one company, and you probably agree with the benefits of having blockchains that actually can help to improve your business, and you want to get your business partner involved, and you will find that that person may be reluctant to help you, because there are costs to involve, Sometimes they do not have the IT talent to actually help to maintain the blockchain node, and you have to provide that kind of service to them as well. So these are the considerations and why the blockchain adoption is so slow. Even although in China it's considered fast, but when I meet those customers in China, I still get back all these feedbacks. It's not easy to push forward. So after talking about the market pain point, we know what's the problem. So how are we going to solve them, right? So blockchain is actually used it's a tool. I treat it as a tool to actually build trust. Okay, trust between business. Okay, so because this week we are talking about the enterprise blockchain week, so we are talking about the non-token related kind of thing here. So you won't find anything like what coin or what token. Yeah. So we actually treat blockchain to actually, we set up some kind of rules or consensus between these business alliance, to actually share some data. I would suggest not so sensitive data, because the data is actually public. Everyone can actually access to it. But of course, we can consider about consortium chain or private chains to actually protect the privacy. So we still want to. We normally will advise our clients to actually store insensitive data, but this data still will be valuable and useful. Most likely, we will suggest that if this data can actually help to improve some efficiency of your business process, then we will suggest them to do that. So there's no straightforward like how we actually can apply blockchain to the business. So in fact, we have to go in and study the business model, and then we have to study what kind of data, and we have to advise them what kind of data can be put onto the blockchain, and how this data being distributed to the partner. Then only we can come out a solutions. So it is not an easy ABC, those kind of straight rules you can follow and then just build one blockchain solution. That's not so easy, right? So in this point, you see, we have to consider about once we have this trust system built, right? So we can have the coordination, collaboration with multiple parties together, okay? So we try to improve the trade, or probably how the business been done, okay, between different parties. And then we can achieve something like real-time data sharing and auditing, okay? Like if you have logistic company actually disclose this information to you, plus your distributor, plus your dealer, your merchants, even your customer, if they can provide you data into the blockchain, then you can achieve getting this data in real time. All right, so you can know how your product, what are the process they have gone through, and then you can trace them back. What time this product has been manufactured, been shipped, and then to the hand of the consumer. All right, so somehow further we can actually protect not really say protect. We can ensure the data is actually never been tampered. That's the truth of it. But of course, we can't prevent if some manufacturer, they try to create fake data and then put it into blockchain. So for instance, today, this manufacturer, 1 month, they can maybe produce 1,000 products, but we can't actually stop them to actually fake it, and they can put 10,000 products into the blockchain, right? So blockchain can only ensure that the data cannot be tampered after the data been feed into the blockchain, and that's it. Okay, but in order to do the trustworthiness of the data, we have to do some preparation for that. Okay, especially like how to prevent this fake data. We use some automation technology, something like IoT. We use sensor to actually feed the data, but of course, we can't guarantee, we can't 100% prevent that kind of things happen, So even though we use sensors to actually inject the data for us, but we can't stop the manufacturer. They actually go and tamper the sensor and then create fake data. Okay, so this is the things that enterprise or the SMEs, or even the company who want to adopt into blockchain, they have to consider that as well. All right. Okay, so in this slide, in this session, the things that will be a bit different compared to yesterday's sessions talking about the Alibaba Cloud BaaS service is that I will show more detail like how to actually help the SME to actually deploy and build their own blockchain solution very quickly and then very cost efficiently. All right. So in order to build your own blockchain, there's two ways to do that. Okay. If you use Alibaba Cloud solutions, one is you can download the code, okay, from any blockchain protocol that you know of, like Ethereum maybe or Quorum. Okay, for instance, Quorum. Let's talk about Quorum. That would be easier. So you can deploy Quorum onto this the Alicloud ECS, the Elastic Computing Service or container service such as Docker or Kubernetes. So you can host your own blockchain network. And the problem with these solutions is that you have to make sure your business partner, right? They also have the talent to actually do the similar. Okay, they have to set up the nodes. Okay, they don't have to set up the consortium, the network setting, stuff like that. Yeah, so those are a bit different, a bit difficult, right? But I have another option, which is to use the BaaS service. Okay, I'll show you how this BaaS service actually works and why BaaS service. So the Alibaba Cloud BaaS service is actually they already built all the foundations for you. All right, you do not need to worry about how to set up a blockchain node. You do not need to worry about what if the nodes is down, who is going to recover it. All right, you do not have the talent, right? And then you have to do backup or probably redundancy. You have to involve a lot of costs, to do that. All right. And then Alibaba Cloud BaaS service also provide you one very good feature is that once you no need to worry about those infrastructure stuff, you can straight away go to smart contract development work, right? And then you can immediately deploy the blockchain network quickly, right? So if you already have a smart contract developed already, or maybe you already have some blockchain solutions deployed, and you want to try with Alibaba Cloud BaaS service, okay, later I will show you some demo, a very quick one, how fast it can actually, a few clicks, you can have your blockchain ready, and then you can deploy a smart contract, and then you can straight away do testing. All right, I will show you that later. Okay, so sorry, this is a bit repeat again. So basically, I want to emphasize more about the benefits of using Alibaba Cloud BaaS product, to actually generate blockchain. Okay, you authorize the blockchain node, access to a direct interest party, so you can do this configuration and deployment online and instantly. All right. So this is a bit a quick run through, how this BaaS platform looks like. Okay, so one Alibaba Cloud account is actually free. You can go to alibabacloud.com to log in and then register an account, and then you straight go to select the product as blockchain as a service, and then you will come to this page. All right. So this is a end blockchain, and you can do that the similar for Hyperledger Fabric and also Ethereum Quorum, which they call it enterprise Ethereum, which is true as well. So this page allows you to immediately create an account in the chain. All right, you just key in all these informations. All right, just submit. And then they also have a ready-made block explorer, so you do not need to build your own block explorer to go and extract the data from a block. All right, or you want to check some transactions. All right, so you can actually leverage on the existing block explorer and then do the same thing. And then they also have a cloud IDE. Okay, you do not need to download some third-party tools or to actually code your own Solidity smart contract. So you can straight away on the browser itself. Okay, you can actually write down your Solidity source code and then hit the compile button and then deploy. Okay, before I go to this, let me do a very quick demo. How it actually work. Let me see. Let me share my browser, yeah. Can see the browser or not, Jason? Oh, wow. I think this is Inception. Okay. So once you log into this Alibaba Cloud platform, yeah, okay, you can go to the products and then you look for application services. There's a blockchain as a service here. You just hit this one. Okay. I'm teaching you how to create your own smart contract immediately without the need to actually set up your own blockchain node. Okay. Let's go to the end blockchain. That will be the fastest one. I find that. All right. So I already created an account. That's why I can see this screen. For those who haven't created an account, they will prompt you to actually create one account. Okay. Once you have created an account, then you will see this screen. If you hit the view details, it's actually their block explorer. All right. So I noticed that they actually generate a block for every 3 seconds. All right. So that's why they can achieve like 300 plus transactions per second. All right, for n-chain. Right. And then for you to deploy or to create a smart contract, you just click this deploy contract. Okay. They actually created some sample code for you. This voting contract is a very simple voting tracing kind of application, right? For example, how we can actually play around with it. In fact, this Solidity source is actually matured and tested, so that's why it's available. It's a sample, so you can straight away hit the compile button, or you can do some modification here and then hit the compile button. All right. So once you have compiled it ready, then you can choose to deploy, or you actually connect back to your existing deploy contract. All right. So assume that you already built your own contract done. Okay. You hit the deploy. Okay. Now you give a name for your contract. For instance, I'm doing a voting for our current sessions. So maybe we say Bitcoin Malaysia blockchain. Okay. A contract name. Okay. So let's say we want to vote who are the best speaker, okay, in today's session. So let's say Jason, all right, and then let's say Harpreet, right, and let's say Sylvester, right, and let's say Yilan. Okay, 4 of us, all right. So once you hit the OK button, you will immediately deploy this smart contract to the end chain, okay. And all these functions you can see here, in fact, is actually based on how you actually written your smart contract is actually available here. So how we actually test it? For instance, this voting is like, okay, you can create some D-app, okay, decentralized applications to actually allow all the audience here to vote who are the best speaker, okay. So if you want to know who are the you want to vote, okay, says I want to vote Sylvester myself, I'm the best speaker. All right, so I hit the OK button. So in fact, it will invoke or trigger the vote for candidate smart contract. Okay, this vote count is written into the block. All right. And then this total votes functions, which you can find here, is to retrieve how many votes actually exist in this contract. So you can simply call this. okay, you can see the output is 1, which is the one I just voted for myself, right? Say, you can also check, how many votes actually available for a particular person, okay? For instance, let's say I say I want to check for total votes for Harpreet, so I hit OK. So Harpreet actually has 0 because no one actually voted yet, okay? That's why you see the output is 0, correct? So if you want to see the value difference or it's actually taking effect or not, you can simply just call again, let's say vote for candidates, I put Harpreet, right? I hit OK. And then you can actually, you see the total votes will become 2, right? Hang on. Okay, it will become 2.
Sylvester,
Yes.
okay, can I sorry to share, because there's a few people, okay, actually I feel a lot of people in the group right now. I think that they, number one, they want you to slow down. Number two, they
Slow
need, okay,
down.
the screen to, they need the screen to be bigger.
Bigger.
They can't see, yeah, zoom in a bit because they cannot see where, yes.
Is this better?
I
Okay.
think this is
Okay.
much better. Okay, so can you start again, okay, from when you deploy the smart contract? Okay.
Deploy smart contract. Okay. Are you guys actually in front of your platform and try to play
Yeah.
around with it as well? Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start. I would not want to compile again because I already compiled it. So once you log in
Right.
into the BaaS platform, okay, you straight away hit the
Yes.
compile, and then you guys deploy it. Okay, you give a name. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
After you deploy
They
it,
can see better now. Yes.
yeah. So after you deployed it, then you can start to play around with the smart contract functions here. All right. And this is a voting tracing, applications. So I voted myself and voted Harpreet. Okay. So you can play with like total votes for now. Total votes now is actually 2 now. One is me, one is Harpreet. Okay. You can check Harpreet again. The output should be 1. Okay, the output is 1 now. All right. So whatever you have done here, you can actually trace back from the block explorer here. Okay. So you see the transactions are actually happening. You can click into this block to see the transactions that actually we made just now. Okay, we call the contract, blah blah blah. You can trace back. You can even search the transaction hash later by yourself. Okay. And then and then the rest, I think I do not need to cover. Basically, you can just based on the name of the functions, you can guess what it actually does. All right. The reason why I'm showing you is that the Alibaba Cloud BaaS solution, BaaS platform, it actually save you a lot of hassles to actually build all those blockchain nodes. Sometimes you follow the instruction from the website, from the official site, how to actually set up a node, you will always run into a problem. Right? I'm sure a lot of students they are agreeing with me because in order to set up that kind of environment, wow, is a headache. Okay, so if you go to this Alibaba Cloud BaaS service, you can straight away go to the smart contract development work. Okay, so you can put whatever contract that you actually build in Ethereum, you can actually try it here as well, since this is a Solidity source code. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you're saying, okay, just to share with the audience, right? To recap. Okay,
Yeah.
you're talking about what you just demoed is how easy it is to deploy a blockchain, okay,
Yeah.
on Alibaba BaaS. So
Yeah.
instead of writing your own blockchain, okay, you can actually copy, say, Ethereum. You can copy you can copy Quorum, okay, and then you can deploy it on Alibaba BaaS, and you can immediately test
Yes.
immediately and
Yes.
deploy the smart contracts.
And one more thing, it is free. Okay, so let's continue my slide. Okay. Okay, So you know the Alibaba Cloud BaaS service capability. So you as a company owner, you probably want to get your staff to actually try, play around with blockchain, and then you guys probably want to access like how this blockchain can actually help in my business, and especially you have the only thing you need to consider is that the data lah, yeah, how this data be shared out, and then how this data will be valuable to your partner or probably to yourself. Okay, so these are the these are just few industry that I actually talked to before, and I find that they actually quite like these blockchain applications. So you guys can consider as well. Of course, those are not mentioned here. Doesn't mean that it's not suitable. Yeah, it's actually I haven't go and figure out how to do that yet.
Actually, yesterday was that Anchain has covered pretty much all those use cases, given examples of those use cases for the attendees.
Yes, correct. So you guys can also watch the replay, yeah, from the yesterday sessions. So once we have the, we have the Alibaba Cloud BaaS service available, okay, you can straight away focus on building the app, all right? So you can build your own financial services, or you can do data tracking, or you can do tokenization service. And then for community part, I mean, if you do B2C business, then you can do some verification service, rating service, or probably a wallet service, all right? But the foundation, okay, still rely on the Alibaba Cloud BaaS solutions, okay? You got three choices. You can use blockchain, in-chain, okay, Hyperledger or Quorum, all right? And then the bottom, the underlying one is, there's some application that you can consider lah. Like you can trace assets, you can trace products, you can trace documents, certifications, invoices, commercial paper, like stuff like that. Like even token, you can build ERC20 token 721, 1400 for security token or whatever. Okay. Now this is invoice financing application that I would like to share with you guys, because my company Verificer is actually currently serving one customer from China, Xinjiang there. That customer, I can only disclose that they are a supply chain financing platform. Right, they provide SME loans to the SMEs. Okay, like farmers, the chicken farm, pig farm, So we actually help them to build this supply chain financing platform. Okay, using this the Quorum. All right. So how it actually works is that the client means that the farm owner lah, basically, okay, and then the manufacturer maybe the chicken eggs. Sorry, how should I say it? Maybe I don't use that as an example. I use like some maybe canned food manufacturer. All right, so this canned food manufacturer is our canned food, anything, salmon canned food, or maybe some meat canned food, or red beans or whatever. All right. So this manufacturer actually need raw material to actually produce their product, right? They have some suppliers, right? And these suppliers probably have another supplier, okay? And then they have multiple levels of supplier until the end part, because we do not know, right? So as a canned food manufacturer, the raw material must be the can, and then the food itself, and then some, ingredients, So in order to manufacture the products, okay, they have to buy ingredient from or raw material from the supplier, right? And usually the client who actually place purchase order to the manufacturer, they do not pay immediately, or they do not pay full amount, right? They actually pay in terms, okay? Then in China, in order to actually solve the cash flow problem for the manufacturer and the supplier, they actually provide some loan. They can provide some loan based on invoices. Okay, so you can actually trace the purchase order. You provide purchase order. You feed the purchase order on chain. Okay, and then you have to prove the account receivable. All right, and then we apply a debt note. Okay, we something called I'm not sure. Other than debt note, I'm not sure how to call in English, but in Chinese we call it 凭证. Right? Sorry, because I've been in China for 5 years and more, so I'm really familiar with the Chinese term. So this debt note, okay, and the purchase order are all on chain. Okay, so the guarantor or probably the auditor or probably the insurance company, they actually can audit. Okay, this particular manufacturer, they have that really have that purchase order. You know, they have the money, but not now. But they have to wait until the terms of the purchase order to actually mature. Then only they can get the payment. Once they get the payment, then only they can pay for the supplier, right? But the supplier need cash. Their supplier, they short of cash, they have to buy maybe another raw ingredient or raw material from another supplier. So that's why the supplier can actually come to the same supply chain financing platform, and then they can show that they have another purchase order from the manufacturer or probably the debt note from the manufacturer. They can actually apply the loan because we actually know this manufacturer has a confirmed deal. Okay, we do not worry whether this manufacturer managed to pay up or not. So with that proof of account receivable, so the bank, even this supply chain financing platform, they have the confidence to actually disburse the loan or to approve the loan to the supplier. So all the purchase orders, everything will be stored on chain. All are traceable. Okay, banks can check.
Sylvester, are there a lot of fraudulent cases? Okay, with this? Are there a lot of fraudulent cases with this?
I'm not sure a lot or not, but so far the customer that I met, I haven't heard any bad fraud case so far.
So where's the trust? Okay, where's the problem of trust that's being solved here?
Okay, the trust is that the purchase order here is actually everyone can see it. Okay, the auditor can see it. And then the supply chain financing platform, when they receive a loan application from the other supplier, okay, they will know that this supplier never cheat them, that the supplier is talking the truth. I have this order, and this order should pay me. I mean, maybe after the next 3 months, but I need a loan to solve my cash flow problem to actually purchase more raw ingredient, stuff like that. So we have this information, secure. Yeah. Okay. So actually, the invoice financing is not the end yet. So I'll have the upgrade version to share later. So besides the invoice tracing, we can do product tracing. I believe you guys actually already heard about product provenance during the yesterday sessions with Enchain. So it's similar. So we can trace every product, we can trace document, we can trace certificates, okay? We can label some unique identifier on each of the product to actually differentiate. I mean, this product is not actually being reused, for loan applications. So we can trace that. And then we also, do some further work to actually help to reduce the fraud case, okay? By actually involving community together to contribute to govern the products, okay? To regulate together, to actually form a trust, okay? To make the trust stronger, okay? So this is an app actually done by Verificer. So all the customer products, the manufactured products, they have a QR code or probably a hash, they can actually search and then they can trace back when this product has been manufactured, when this has been shipped, and then is there any fraud case before, like customer complaints or whatever. So this is a very good tool. You can treat it like a D app or Block Explorer, a different kind of Block Explorer for SMEs. Yeah. And then this is we already designed something called like supply chain verification as mining. So whoever familiar with blockchain or Bitcoin mining, they are actually some kind of like some sort of like reward mechanism for those who contribute to the blockchain network. So we call that term. Yeah, we call that term as mining. So who can actually verify the supply chain process? So firstly is the logistic company and all the business partner that are working with you, okay? And also the downstream of your supply chain, all right? So the Verificer community, they will actually, like, for instance, the logistics company is also considered as one of our verifier community. All right. So every logistic informations, they actually verify it. Okay. And then the distributor, they actually they have their own invoices, so they actually sold how much
Right.
of that product to the merchants. Okay. They got it traced in the blockchain. Then followed by the consumer, whoever bought the product, they also have to contribute the information to us, saying that, hey, I bought this product. So that's why in the end, this verifier platform, they will be able to trace who actually bought their product at what date. Okay. If there's a product recall required, like for example, the product probably has some issue with the raw ingredient, or we talk about the Toyota issue, the Toyota use case that I mentioned in the market pain point 2, right? So whoever bought the car or whoever bought the product, okay, we are able to, search who actually bought that. Okay, we can actually contact them. It seems that, hey, we have the product recall. Kindly please reach us out. We want to do a replacement for you, right? Things like that lah.
This is very interesting. Can you go back? Okay, this is very, very interesting. So imagine if this was Starbucks, right?
Yep.
If this was Starbucks, okay, what happens is that from the time, okay, that the coffee bean, where the coffee bean is actually being procured, okay, all the way until the time, okay, that the cup actually, the quality, all that, okay, the entire supply chain, okay, people can actually verify, okay, and play their part in verifying, okay, that the process, okay, is done according to this. And when you say that when it's part of the same blockchain ecosystem, imagine if Starbucks did this, and Starbucks introduced, okay, the verification as part of an activity of mining, okay, and this one would involve a token by Starbucks, for example, right? And then people basically get rewarded, okay, with Starbucks tokens, and then they can use it within the ecosystem as well. This is basically what it is. It becomes like incentivization.
Correct. That's right. Because without the incentivized mechanism here, no one wants to contribute the data because it's so hassle, mafana.
Right. Yes.
All right.
This is very interesting.
Yeah. So we combine the supply chain verification as mining with the invoicing financing model. So we actually link up both downstream and upstream of the supply chain model. All right. So the distributor, dealer, merchant, consumer, the downstream part, they will keep feeding transactional data to support the financing and credit risk assessment, right, to the supply chain financing platform. All right. So whoever want to apply loan, I mean the manufacturer who want to apply the loan, the supply chain financing platform can actually trace back whether the purchase order that they actually wants to use it, or the invoice that they want to use it to back their loan applications. They can actually trace back, see whether they have some historical sales data to actually support them or not. All right. And then this guarantor auditor, even bank, they have more confidence to actually approve their loan. Yeah. So this will give a very full, complete, how to say, a very good model, a trust model. Yeah. Between the even the consumers to the or we can say that all parties they have trust into this system. Okay. So my slide is about the end. This is a quick summary. With Alibaba Cloud BaaS solutions and the blockchain application solution designing. So the outcome that we can expect is that the data in the block cannot be tampered. Okay. And data is regulated by multiple parties. There's no one man can actually say yes or no. Everyone can govern and check at the data, right? And then the consumers are not afraid of buying counterfeit goods anymore, right? And then investor can rest assured of investing in projects, okay? A similar, why I say investor gonna involve in it, because if every company, they want to, every investor, they want to invest in a company, they have to make sure the company is actually making profit first, right? But in order to prove that, are you actually making profit or not? How do you prove that? Besides looking at the audited account, but sometimes account can be forged, or maybe I mean, blockchain can actually provide additional data for you to do assessment, right? I mean, that's the benefit of it. I can't say that blockchain is a silver bullet solution that can one size fit all. I mean, can solve one size fit all problems. I can't guarantee that, but at least this data in the chain can give you more information and data to do analysis and assessment. Okay, and then the business owner who actually adopted these solutions, they can anytime analyze sales performance anytime. So you do not need to appoint a third-party company to do survey, yeah, and then get customer feedback, and then things like that. So you can save that time, even cost. Okay, improve the efficiency of getting this data, right? And then bank obtains more data to assess a corporate credit risk much more accurately. Okay, possibly forming a new credit scoring standard. That's my hope if they can do that. Yeah. So in summary, so technology means nothing if it doesn't solve business problem. That's my insight after meeting so many customers in China, Malaysia, even in Hong Kong, basically. So that's the feedback that I got from my customer. So blockchain is a good technology, but if the technology doesn't solve their problem or even creating more problems to them, then they are reluctant to actually, transform. Okay, so lastly, trust is one of the most valuable intangible assets in business. This is this is what I find, and trust is the key to build your business brand, right? So in order for your company to raise fund, in order for your company to do more sales, do more business, is all dependent by the customer, how they trust your brand, trust your product. Right, so we want to provide, use blockchain technology to help company to build trust. Yeah. So thank you. That's all my slides. So maybe I'll pass over to.
We're gonna listen. Let's take some questions. Okay. Can you go back to one slide? Okay, to the trust. Just leave that slide over there. The trust slide. Your last slide.
Okay.
Okay, right, just leave it here. Okay, we're going to take some questions. Okay, first and foremost, okay, let's just do a very quick recap. I really like, okay, what Sylvester has covered today in terms of, yesterday you saw all the use cases, okay? What you can do, okay, in terms of, if you're in a supply chain, if you're in medical, if you're in logistics, if you're in luxury goods, product traceability, okay, it's very good. The fact, okay, that if some of you are like, oh, I'm impatient, I want to know more, right? Okay, today he has shown us how he has demonstrated, okay, how the BSA works, okay, behind the scenes, okay, how easy it is to actually deploy, how easy is it to actually deploy and then immediately go into testing, okay. And then I think that the other thing that was the biggest takeaway today was sharing with us, okay, deploying a social media, sorry, it's not social media, sorry, a supply chain verification as mining, supply verification as mining, okay, as a model. I think that one is really, really interesting. Has there been any, like, for example, implementation already on this?
Yeah, we actually implemented for clients, but of course we are not doing for this supply chain management yet, because it involves a lot of parties to actually join together in order to achieve that. And in getting everyone to collaborate and incorporate with us is very difficult. It's very challenging. So slowly we can tackle from one. We use a divide and conquer strategy to actually slowly make it happen. So we can actually
divide and conquer.
This kind of strategy, basically, like invoice financing part, we still we are ongoing. We already built that part. Then we want to get community to involve to verify the data, and that one we will create another separate D apps, to generate. I mean, to create this incentivized mechanism, to attract people to contribute data. So we have to make it, split into small part, and then we build one by one. We can't finish in.
We have some questions. Let's take some questions from the people. All right, Sylvester. Okay, the first question comes from Lee Thomas. He says, "Hi Sylvester, great talk. I want to ask which protocol would be more ideal for the example that you just shared in terms of supply chain verification." I assume that that's what Okay, you're asking Lee. All right.
Yeah.
Is it public or permission protocol, and why?
Okay. The protocol can be. I would suggest a private or probably a consortium, because open blockchain, a public blockchain always has a problem with the privacy issue. So we do not want to disclose this, especially invoices data to the competitor or somebody who, you know, who, who probably will jeopardize your business or whatever. So a consortium blockchain will be much more suitable. And then we also build for, we build for the supply chain financing platform, or instead of building for a particular that manufacturer customer. Yeah, because the manufacturer customer will advise them to build another solution instead of this. So we actually design the solution based on their business problem. We tackle their business problem, we come out with a solution. Yeah. So sometimes this this application doesn't suitable for other industry as well.
Okay. So the next question comes from Tan. Okay, Tan Yun Fong asks, okay, how much is the cost, okay, to pay for the voting chain? Minimum investment if not using Alibaba Cloud, which is currently free.
If you are not using Alibaba Cloud, you have to buy. Okay. If, for instance, a quorum blockchain node, you need 4 nodes, okay, to kickstart the blockchain network. I mean, based on a rough consensus algorithm, 4. Yeah. So maybe a 2 CPU, 4 gig RAM, and then maybe 50 gig hard disk kind of server. I think monthly costs about a few. I mean less than $100 maybe per month. Assume $100 USD. I can't recall how much is one server.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The times 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Darshan asks, how will the end user interface look like? Okay. And how do they access to these smart contracts? Say for example, okay, say once somebody deploy, okay, a blockchain, decided to copy quorum, deploy on Alicloud, how does the interface look like, okay, and how do they access these smart contracts?
I'm sorry, you need to repeat the question again. Sorry.
Darshan asks, how will the end user interface look like, and how do they access to these smart contracts?
Okay.
Once they deploy it.
There's no way to access the smart contract. Smart contract is just a code, just a source code. Okay, you can check this source code through the block explorer. That's it. Okay, right. So the end user doesn't actually need to involve or change the code. They do not need to change that. They just need to see what this smart contract does. That's it. And then for the application part, the application part is that we can design some apps, with a interface specifically designed for that applications. Like for instance, supply chain related. So we will build an app. Okay, the interface will be similar like a normal app. In fact, just that how the data being shared and being fed into blockchain is actually done from the background. You can't actually see it, but from as a programmer or for a software developer, the way how you deal with this blockchain data is similar like you're calling API. Yeah, just that this data is actually being distributed and shared with all the nodes from behind, and we don't really need to care because Alibaba Cloud BaaS already handle it for you, or probably some blockchain software already do that for you. Yeah.
Okay, we have one last question before we then invite the next speaker, Yilan, to share with us, okay, more use cases, more on the fintech side. So the question is from it's another question from Lee. Okay, he asks, okay, that so we are able to basically copy any open source, okay, blockchain protocol like Quorum and all that, deploy it on Alicloud and test it. Then after that, it will have an explorer, right, where we can actually check. Okay, does the Alibaba Block Explorer works with all protocols?
No, they are specifically for their products, not all. They are not open source. That's why you can't take their Explorer and then apply to other protocol.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it's only for specific ones, right? And currently it's Quorum, Hyperledger, N-Chain, and these three. Yeah. These three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I pitch in something?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so on the BaaS service, on the management console, you only get the three protocols over there, which was the N-Chain, Quorum, and Hyperledger. And you actually can just go under the service because if you start going under the services and products that Alicloud on the console that they provide, you actually can just go under blockchain, and there'll be like three blockchain protocols already shown there. You can just click and start your blockchain protocol with few clicks. Actually, you don't need to really deploy your protocol or your technology stack up there. You just need to click few buttons, put in what are the things you need, and it will be actually deployed for you. And then you can deploy your smart contract onto it. But let's say if you want to use Alicloud data service instead of using the blockchain as a service, you can deploy public clouds and master nodes and all the other things on Alicloud as well, but on the other services, not on the blockchain as a service product itself.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Back to you.
All right. So thank you so much. Okay. I think that's all the questions right now. Let's move on. Okay, to our second guest. Okay, her name is Yilan. She's from Alibaba Cloud Intelligence. Yilan, are you ready?
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. I'm Yilan from Alibaba Cloud. Actually, I'm from the marketing function. So today I'm not going to talk about the technical things, just a brief introduction on Alibaba Cloud FinTech solution for you to better understand what we are doing for FinTech companies and how you can benefit from us. So let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can see my screen, right?
Wait a minute. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Okay. As we all know, developments in Malaysian fintech are altering the country's financial sector's landscape. So, however, most of the fintech companies are facing many challenges like high customer expectations, rapid growth, but limited resources and high business continuity requirement. Customers always expect an easy-to-use product despite complicated regulatory requirements. So they prefer smarter and more instant customer services. And most of the fintech companies are startups with limited resources, but need to support fast business growth. So how to choose the right technical platform that can support the business growth is a challenge to most CTOs, I think. The financial business is always a very sensitive topic or sensitive thing. Most of the regulators and customers require transactions to be proceed accurately and quickly with near zero downtime. So all these problems Alibaba FinTech solutions can solve. We provide distributed infrastructure that is scalable and reliable and delivers low latency to meet your customers' expectation. Also, this solution allows fintech companies delegating infrastructure management to Alibaba Cloud. They only need to pay what they use. Don't have to worry about maintaining and upgrading hardware, can focus more on core business. And I think most of you have already know that Alibaba has dual available zone in Malaysia, both in KL. So Alibaba always get ready to support customers from financial sector by meeting the BNM's security compliance requirements during the process of cloud adoption. Yeah. So actually, we have already served many fintech companies like Revenue Monster, Touch and Go Digital and Razorpay, etc. Let's see a video clips, see how companies large and small are leveraging Alibaba Cloud to grow and improve their business. Yeah, let me play this video.
All of our clients are actually very happy with our products and solutions together in conjunction with Alibaba Cloud. And with Alibaba Cloud, we are able to provide the best-in-class service and also help them to reimagine their business. From day one, Alibaba Cloud has provided tremendous support on our products and solutions. And along the way, we encounter some problems, whether it's products or technology challenges. The engineer support at Alibaba Cloud is really top tiers from my own experience. I've worked with many organizations before, and I have never seen a dedicated team such as Alibaba Cloud support team.
So you need to have a cloud service provider who knows how to protect this data, who knows how to secure this data, and who knows, more importantly, to ensure that this data is provided in a format that can be utilized by us to improve the performance and efficiency of running the e-wallet.
Asa kita juga merupakan platform yang mengimplementasikan sistem cloud yang stabil dan terjamin. Untuk itu, Asa kita perlu platform cloud yang memiliki pusat data lokal di Indonesia untuk mengatasi masalah independensi data. Alibaba Cloud datang kepada kami dengan sistem layanan cloud yang telah tersertifikasi Kubernetes Cloud Service Provider. Dengan adanya layanan ini, Asa kita hanya perlu mengimplementasikan sistem pada platform berbasis Docker sebagai sistem manajemen cluster yang ada pada layanan Alibaba Cloud. Kami tahu bahwa layanan konten cloud Alibaba dapat memastikan pengalaman Kubernetes yang konsisten, portabilitas beban kerja, dan juga menyediakan skalabilitas dan stabilitas yang dibutuhkan oleh aplikasi. Dengan ini, proses layanan keuangan di Asa kita menjadi lebih mudah dan terjamin keamanannya.
Alibaba Cloud provides very scalable services in various aspects. For example, the load balancer that Alibaba Cloud provides actually has different tiers. This allows us to choose the suitable tier of service and only pay for what we need. Alibaba Cloud service level is quite high, and it provides very customized support in terms of the daily operations.
With Alibaba Cloud, we think that we can deepen the AI technology that we have up to this point. We think it is a good complement to whatever we have today.
Cool. So Touch and Go, Razorpay.
Yeah, Revenue Monster. Revenue Monster is one of the fintech company technology provider. Yeah, they provide the technology for fintech companies. Yeah. So okay. So for this year, Alibaba Cloud continue to invest more for fintech companies. We provide a support plan to companies in different stage. From FinTech Essential to FinTech Pro to FinTech Big Data, basically can meet different requirements for different stage of the companies. So with the FinTech Essential plan, companies can get started building and running your FinTech websites, apps, and applications for free. And also you will get a 7 days, 24 hours customer support for help you to test and run light workloads on the cloud. And with the FinTech Pro, you can get 1,000 in cloud credit to run your FinTech proof of concept project. The 1,000 credit covers a large variety of products, including several of our elastic computing, database, and security products. As part of this package, you can also take part in our DevOps training path and receive around-the-clock support for your cloud migration journey. The highest one is the FinTech Big Data plan. Get up to 3,500 credit to run your FinTech proof of concept project. And once approved, the credit includes 2,000 of elastic computing, database, and security products, and 1,500 for big data services. And as part of this package, you can also take part in the DevOps and big data training path and receive around-the-clock support for your cloud migration journey. Yeah. So you can apply this package accordingly by contacting us. We have two ways that you can contact us. One is join our FinTech Dean group, which is recommended because your favorite Sylvester also in this group, and you can scan QR code and submit your request. Follow the guideline to download the Dean Talk Lite version. You can meet Alibaba Cloud experts in this group, and also can communicate and engage with industry peers in this group. Also, you can just scan the second way is contact us, our sales team directly by scan the QR code in the right side. The team will contact you shortly. Yeah. So why I highly recommended you to join the Dean Talk group, because we have an coming online conference, Dean Talk online conference.
Wow.
Yeah, it's live from 11th of May to 5th of May. We invite industry experts to share experience and best practices. Everyone is welcome to join, no matter you are decision makers or you are engineers or developers. Every day we have a quiz. When you pass the quiz, you will get a certification from Alibaba Cloud to prove that you are a professional one among this fintech industry. So I think that's all for me. Thanks for your interest, and see you in the group.
All right. Yilan, what's that? This online conference is all virtual, is it? It's all virtual.
Yeah, it's virtual, all virtual and
Can
live.
you put it up for like? Can you put it up for like 30 seconds for people so that they can take some time to scan the QR code?
Sure.
Just make it big, yeah. Not so fast.
Yeah. And that's
Right. So okay. Right. Okay. So very interestingly, I saw this. What's that on the 15th of May? TGIF Happy Hour. How are you guys planning to do a happy hour virtually? Do you
just
know?
everyone grab a cup of coffee or grab a wine and cheers.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay, for sharing. Okay, the different use cases. Before we go into opening the floor to more questions. All right. Today's one is pretty quick. Thank you so much. Okay, Sylvester. Thank you so much. Okay, Yilan. Okay, for sharing with us, demoing. Okay, the what happens behind the scenes, how to deploy a blockchain on Alicloud. More use cases on the the supply chain side. Okay, invoice financing, supply chain verification with mining. Okay, really, that's my biggest takeaway for today. Okay, leave on the comments what's yours. Right. So next week, okay, is going to be also equally exciting. Okay, starting on Monday. So for the weekend, okay, everybody just go relax. Okay, it's the weekend. All right, on Monday, we're going to come back. Okay, we're going to continue with Stacks. Okay, and then on Tuesday, we have Hyperledger. On Wednesday, we have Corda. And on Thursday, we have Hedera Hashgraph. Now, I'm particularly excited, okay, for the for Stacks, okay, and R3 Corda for this particular reason. They're going to talk more about, okay, how what are the product suites, okay, what are the protocols that are currently being used, okay, to revamp, okay, the capital markets, okay, using blockchain. So why am I particularly excited about this is because, do you know that, okay, like right now, okay, we are you guys are receiving, okay, your tokens, right? Okay, for your attendance tokens, okay, into your wallet directly, right? And it was like really simple. Granted, okay, the network is congested, but it is on its way. It's really simple. Okay, collect, the next 7 days. What I'm really keen, okay, to actually see is that, do you know how, like, sometimes, okay, you want to say, for example, how many of you like invest in stocks? Or how many of you are like me? Okay, when you started learning about investing, you probably came by some books like, for example, Peter Lynch or Rich Dad Poor Dad. They basically tell you how to invest in stocks, but usually those books are US based, right? So when they, one of the very interesting lessons that they teach is that buy what you like. So if you like McDonald's, you should go buy McDonald's stock. If you like Tesla, go buy Tesla stock. But what I didn't realize is that it's so difficult to do it. Okay, as a Malaysian, it's like so difficult. And then I bought like my first time. Okay, when I bought one Apple share. I said I like Apple. I bought Apple. I like what's that? Starbucks. I bought Starbucks. Okay, I bought Tesla. I bought Tesla. Not realizing, okay, that all the fees in between, okay, was like really, really expensive, especially for a beginner. So I think I started my first time, okay, investing in the US stock market. I had a starting point. It was like 10 years ago. Okay, I was much younger then, much more green. I started with $1,000 portfolio, ended up paying 200 ringgit worth of fees. Okay, that's like 20% down already, when you first started. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that wouldn't you find it exciting if, let's say, for example, today, you heard you kind of like, all right, I think, okay, that Zoom, for example, okay, has a bright future and I want to invest in Zoom. Zoom is accessible in the US market. What if, okay, buying shares anywhere in the world is as simple as buying a token that you make the purchase, immediately it just comes into the wallet, boom, like that. And mind you, okay, if it is like built on like private permission blockchains like Stacks, like R3 Corda, like Quorum, like Chain, which does not have gas fees, unlike Ethereum, where that's why you're not receiving your tokens instantly, where you can have like 1 billion transactions handled in a single day. What if that can happen? So I'm really, really excited, okay, for the what we're going to be talking about this week. But for now, just sit back, relax, okay. For those, okay, who are looking to learn more, okay, you're not slowing down, you want to ramp up. We are doing, okay, a full day online workshop for cryptocurrency beginners tomorrow. So if you are a beginner and you want to learn about cryptocurrencies, this is for you. We're going to talk about, okay, we're going to give you strong fundamentals, okay? Like, for example, why does crypto have value? By coming to this course, that's the first thing we're going to talk about. And then, and we're going to talk about, and once you understand that, once you know what 99% of people don't know, okay, and what 99% of people just only speculate and rumor and all that, okay, you're going to realize, okay, that you're going to get some aha moments from this. And once you get the aha moments, okay, we're going to calm you down and we're going to say that don't get too excited, okay? We're going to teach you about scams as well. How do people, scam you in 2020? And how not to lose money, okay, in the crypto industry. Because I think that there's very, very few kind of courses out there that actually do that, right? So the workshop is tomorrow. It's divided into 4 sessions. The first 2 sessions all about how not to lose money. Then we teach you, okay, how to make money in the crypto space. Okay, what are the real money-making opportunities, okay, in the space. So this is the best way, okay, for beginners, okay, to learn very quickly. And then, you suddenly realize that, the crypto space is like really super exciting, okay, and there's so much opportunities. So join us tomorrow, okay. The fee is only 500 ringgit, okay. It's really, really cheap for a full day, okay, that you're going to get so much value of it. Do text message me, okay, or leave a comment, okay, how you want, if you are interested in the group chat. If you are interested, okay, to basically get a last minute ticket, okay, we can help you with that. All right. So it starts 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. We've improved the content. Okay, I'm really excited, okay, for tomorrow. So thank you so much, okay, for attending. Okay, I'm going to leave this screen. Okay, you guys already know what to do. Okay, please give us some feedback. Give us some feedback. Okay, I'm sure that Yilan and Sylvester both are looking forward, okay, to know, okay, how well they did today. Okay, was the session valuable? Okay, do you get many takeaways? Are there areas to improve? What would you like to see in the future? So that we can continue to improve the education experience, so that more people can understand blockchain, more people can understand what this industry really is about, okay, and we can attract, okay, more opportunities, okay, to our country, especially just during this very, very difficult time. So I'd like to say thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to leave this thing on. You guys know what to do. Please scan, okay, this QR code, or go to bit.ly/alicloud_01May. All right. Fill in the feedback form. I'm going to be a bit more, give you guys a little bit more time. The cutoff date is Sunday, 6 p.m. All right. Cutoff, okay, to claim this beautiful, unique, okay, limited proof of attendance token. Okay, yeah, I think that this is it, really. Enterprise blockchain week. You're not going to get another one, okay, which is dated 1st of May 2020. So, all right, yeah, okay, do this, okay. For those, okay, who have not, okay, fill up the day 2, I'm going to put up the banner right now, okay, for the day 2 one as well, so that for those who haven't claimed your day 2 one, you can claim your day 2 one. And yes, Sylvester, Yilan, thank you so much. Okay, let's take more questions. Let's see. Right. Some of them say that please share the slides. Can Sylvester?
Can, no problem. Can share.
All right. Okay, so we have a lot of questions, right? Okay, let's see. Some questions coming in from Ahmad. Okay, no, he's talking about he's just saying that he's very excited for next week. Okay, let's see. Tokenized securitization, already a use case for real estate, etc. Anybody has questions, okay, for Yilan and Sylvester?
I think there's one question on YouTube about how to get certificates, or if Alibaba is actually giving out any free trainings or any sort of trainings. Maybe Yilan, you want to share more about that?
Yeah, actually, we are offering the free trainings not only for fintech, but for the fintech, we actually do the free training in the Ding group. And like I mentioned in the slides, we have an online conference next week. So maybe you can join the training and then take a quiz. Then you can get certifications. And the ACA, I think you mentioned for the Cloud Day, I will talk to the event organizer to see if they have already emailed all the people who registered for the ACA examination. Yeah.
Okay. So okay, one question as well. Just now, the QR code that you shared with us, right? Okay. Where does that take the user? Okay, so for example, if Vipul wanted to get to know more about follow up with his answer, okay, can he do that in the group?
Yeah, sure.
In the group that you share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does it take them? Does it take them to WhatsApp? Does it take them to DingTalk?
DingTalk.
Where does it take them? It takes them to DingTalk. Okay. Yeah. All right. Right.
The DingTalk group, and all our experts, Alibaba Cloud experts in that group, they are ready to answer questions from the customers and the users. So
for those, okay, who don't know what DingTalk is, okay, because I did get questions, okay, like that yesterday. Yeah. DingTalk, okay, is by Alibaba Group. So it's like the WeChat, okay, but it's by Alibaba Group. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions?
Belongs to Alibaba Group. Just DingTalk. DingTalk belongs to Alibaba Group.
Just DingTalk. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It is actually quite a powerful platform. Actually, I've been using it for some time, especially for the MVP program. In the beginning, I was like wondering what is this new platform all about, but I've been using it for a few months now, and I noticed it's actually quite powerful platform, and you can use you can directly do conferences on the chatting platform itself. So I think Malaysians should also explore DingTalk as well.
We have another question. Okay, I think that almost missed this one. This one is by Yang Mi Eng. Okay, I think she asks. Okay, are there any blockchain use cases used by NGOs, by non-government organizations?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I
Do you
didn't
guys?
get any much about this question. Is it this question for me?
This is she's asking. Okay, are there any blockchain use cases using the protocols? Okay, either Unchained, Quorum. Do you guys know related to non-enterprise? This one is for non-government organizations.
So
I'm pretty sure that there are some use cases, but what's that? Maybe this panel, okay, don't have the answer. Okay, one place to do it, okay, is to join the group, okay, and then you can find out more, right? You can ask in the group.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is that smart foundations or is it for smart contract question? I think I'm not so sure what is the question.
She says she's asking, can you share some NGO use case apart from Alibaba Garfield Smart Foundation? You see, so she's asking about use cases for other NGOs.
I think we need to have a separate talk about that where we basically bring our research on NGO specific content. But I think
in fact, I think most NGOs use public blockchains, right?
No, it depends totally on the use case. It is not specific to any industry to use public or private. In certain cases, NGOs have to be protective of the data they have, because a lot of the NGOs actually, especially when we talk about child protection, woman-centric, like woman empowerment or woman protection kind of NGOs, they are very sensitive with the information that they have, because sometimes this information is not even with the government or with the police as well. They have to protect the people that they're serving. So not all NGOs can go public. In this case, maybe the donation part, they would like to be more transparent and public. When we talk about the operational part, they're more inclined towards enterprise blockchains and more private blockchain solutions.
There's another question for Yilan. Okay, it's from Darshan. Darshan asks, okay, my background is in engineering. I do not have prior knowledge to FinTech. So do I need to have prior knowledge, okay, to attend the Ding Talk seminars?
No, it's more like a customer sharing and the best practice sharing, and we will have a very hands-on trainings during the online conference. So you can just join and see. Yeah.
Okay. Haprita, can you share with the group here? How do you differentiate? How do you draw the lines, okay, between fintech, crypto, and blockchain?
I mean, if you really look into it, actually, today a lot of people kind of distinct that we are fintech and we are crypto and we are blockchain. They kind of try to differentiate it, but actually, fintech covers them all. Kind of, if you really look into it, but the problem is because we have regulation complication, right? In this case, in certain countries, fintech is getting cryptos and blockchain discussion is getting more and more regulated. There's more awareness, there's more understanding. So fintechs are like telling, oh yes, this is in our scope as well, and all the organizations, associations, and groups are saying yes, this is in our part as well. But in certain countries, the awareness is not big yet, because every time you kind of go up and Google blockchain, sadly, because it's closely related to cryptocurrency news, and when you look into cryptocurrency news, the first thing you see is somebody got scammed, somebody got hacked, and somebody money got stolen, right? So there's a lot of negative stigma towards it. So in this case, if we really look into it, it is a financial solution, it's a financial technology. It should be under the scope of fintech. But today, there's multiple different ways of implementing it. Some people prefer to put it out onto a cloud service, like using Alibaba Cloud services to build their fintech app. Let's say go towards Touch and Go or Revenue Monster and build it with that architecture. And some people prefer to go in with the blockchain approach, where they are working with multiple parties and they feel that maybe that architecture or technology stack will serve their use case better. But in the end, they both fall in fintech. It's just like how you're trying to solve a specific problem.
Got it. Okay. What's that? So I always found that very interesting because fintech actually stands for finance technology, right? Okay. And cryptocurrencies actually would fall on, it's a form of finance innovation as well. And yeah, it's how interesting. Okay, fintech has the more positive association because generally people basket the regulated innovations under that, and then cryptocurrencies is like the outliers. Okay, and then blockchain being the technology behind cryptocurrencies. And blockchain doesn't have to be, and I think that it will be we would be successful with this enterprise blockchain week if the message that people get is that blockchain doesn't have to be financial. You already saw like so many use cases which doesn't actually have to come, doesn't have to be related to finance. So Yilan, there's one request that says, can you drop the link to the channel or the video that you actually shared earlier? They want to rewatch it again, in the group. So I'm going to invite what's that, Yilan to do that. Yilan to do that. Charity organization, that's basically Yummy. We'll get you an answer, on that separately offline. With that, if there are no more questions already, I'd like to thank our special guest today. Thank you, Sylvester. Thank you, Yilan.
Thank you.
All right. Again, thank you, Harpreet, and thank you to our partners for supporting making this event happen. I look forward to see you again on Monday. All right, for Stacks. And I also look forward for those who are joining us for tomorrow for the cryptocurrency for beginners online workshop. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
All right, goodbye.
Ending the program.
Yeah.
Sorry, it